Alright, we're going to do a quick OSPF dynamic routing tutorial. These are the basic commands that we will be using, and all of the routers are currently labeled after the loopback that's already programmed on them. So digging right into it, with the layer 3 switch here on the left, it's important to recognize that layer 3 switches also need routes. Go into global config and start with router OSPF 1. The 1 is a less important number that only this router knows. It's not shared with other routers. Next, we define the networks that will be a part of this OSPF area. The mask is a wildcard, therefore 255s mean we don't care about that octet. And then we assign an area that could be a number or an IPv4 that will determine which routers are sharing information. All of the routers need to be in the same OSPF area, so we might as well copy this over. We can copy over both lines from a show run. And that's it. Rinse and repeat with the others. To verify if this is working, first we're going to check the console log to see if it learned any routes. And yes, it appears that the layer 3 switch has learned routes from the 1.1.1.1 router. And as you can see, the other routers also learned routes from their direct connects. Notice on the point to multipoint, all of the routers appear to be directly connected. So let's shoot a ping from PC0 to PC4. That looks good. Likewise, PC3 and PC2 look good. If we do a show IP route at this point, we'll see all of the routes that were added by OSPF. Notice VLANs are treated the same as any other network. Next, if we use show IP OSPF, you can see the router uses the loopback as its ID. And finally, show IP OSPF neighbor will show which router on the point to multipoint was elected as the designated router or the backup designated router. Notice the layer 3 switch and the .3 both got designated router. This is due to the nature of one being point to point and the other being point to multipoint. And on any of the other point to multipoint routers, you can verify that the 1.1.1.1 is a druther. That's it. Feel free to use the other commands that I gave that are more specific to the subnets being used in our example.